Taiwan is finally past the peak of its Omicron COVID wave. On Thursday, the CECC reported just 63,170 new cases, a significant drop from the week before. It also announced that hospital bed occupancy had fallen below 7,000 for the first time in weeks. Although case counts are still high in the south, the epidemic is slowing for the nation as a whole. The CECC says it expects to see an even sharper decrease in case numbers next week.
The CECC reported 63,170 new domestic infections and 373 moderate to severe cases on Thursday. Case counts are significantly lower compared to the week before. The CECC is predicting an even bigger drop in case numbers next week.
Following the plateau period, there will be a continuous decline every week. At present, this trend is more obvious in the north. Taiwan's central and southern regions are about to start dropping from a peak, so we hope to see a more obvious decline next week. The epidemic is still lingering in a plateau phase, so we must not take this lightly. All government agencies should still be paying attention, especially to children.
The easing epidemic can be seen in the number of occupied hospital beds. From the end of May to mid-June, more than 7,000 people were hospitalised in specialised COVID wards. On Thursday, that figure dropped below 7,000 for the first time in weeks. The epidemic is slowing most noticeably in Greater Taipei, followed by central Taiwan. Although hospital bed occupancy remains high in the south, it's going down for Taiwan as a whole. Experts say the country has exited the so-called plateau period of the epidemic, although more observation is needed to be sure. Also on Thursday, the CECC said that it will conduct a second blood serum antibody survey.
We will test samples from January to June, which is the period when the epidemic surged in Taiwan. We will test for N antibodies in about 36,000 samples taken from blood banks across the nation.
These 36,000 blood samples will be tested for antibodies to determine if there are invisible transmission chains in the community. Blood donors who do not wish to participate in the survey can call the 1922 hotline to opt out. With the pandemic slowing, Taiwan has relaxed its quarantine requirements while capping arrivals at 25,000 a week. On Thursday, the CECC released rules for people who undergo self-health management at quarantine hotels.
During the later 4 days of self-health management, if a person tests negative on a rapid test, they are permitted to leave their quarantine hotel for necessary errands, including for work and for necessary shopping, etc. They need to show the hotel that they tested negative in the past 2 days.
During the 4 days of self-health management, arrivals are forbidden to spend the night outside of their hotel. If they fail to return to their hotel at night, they will be reported to authorities and could face a fine.